So today I'm going to be talking about my anticipated reads for April. Now the sun is shining, it's absolutely gorgeous outside, and I just thought that I could maybe just give you what I wanted to read in April. We'll see how that goes because it's pretty ambitious because I'm like inspired and energetic from all the springtime that's going on. So yeah, we'll see. I think there's 6 or 7 books. Fairly thick, fairly in-depth. So without further ado, I'm going to actually just jump right in there and I'm going to talk about those anticipated reads for the month of April. All right, the first one that I am going to talk about today is called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? Now this is the book. It's written by Philip K. Dick. It's the book that inspired Blade Runner. Okay, so I love both of those movies. Okay, they're the same movies, just different actors. The first one in the 80s was with Harrison Ford, and then we have the second one that was last year. It was really, really extremely good. I love them. Okay, now this, I have to say that when I look into the camera here, I see the face. But when I look here, it's just gray and fuzzy. So this is just really strange. I didn't really pay attention to that before. But anyhow, I got off track. I am excited to read this. This was actually lended to me by Bonnie, one of my really, really good friends who loves to read too. And she said it was really good. It just ended kind of strange, which is exactly how the movie ends. It really just kind of ends, if you've seen it. So it's about Richard Decker. He is a bounty hunter and he hunts androids because they are outlawed at this point because humans have felt threatened by them and felt that the androids are going to take over the world or destroy them as humans. So this book is just covered with moral issues, okay, because the androids actually have emotions and they actually have thought processes, but they're machines. So does that constitute shutting them down? Is it legal to shut them down if someone has emotions and feelings and thoughts and everything? I can't wait to read this. Okay, the movies are just fantastic. So, do androids dream of electric sheep? I don't know. We'll find out. The second book that I wanted to talk about today that I hope to get read in the month of April is called Ready Player One. Now, this is really popular at this point because there's a movie coming out, I believe, in April, and it's produced by Steven Spielberg, so I'm really excited about that, but I want to read the book first before the movie comes out because typically when I see a movie, I don't read the book. So I want to read this book first. It's about I'm guessing a young man or it's actually about a dystopian world where people go, oh God, how do I even explain this? There's a contest that's going on, and if you win the contest, then it unlocks puzzles, you get money and all that, okay? So I guess it gets pretty in-depth. That's all that I know. But like I said, I want to read this book before the movie comes out. So Ready Player One, it's by Ernest Cline, and then the movie's going to be produced by Steven Spielberg. So 2 S's together is not good. Steven Spielberg. We'll watch that movie when it comes out. Hopefully it's good, right? The third book that I wanted to talk about in my anticipated April reads is called Untamed. It's written by PC Cast and Kristen Cast, and they're a mother-daughter team. Now, they have written, this is the House of Night series. And I guess there's like 9 books in the series. I don't know that because I'm only on the 4th one. I've already read the first 3 and they were really good. And I'll talk about them in my March wrap-up when I bring that video out in a few days. So Untamed, 4th book. It's about this young girl, Zoe, who is turning into a vampire. She's really young, about 16, 17 years old. And at this point, she's just a fledgling. So she hasn't really changed into a full vampire. However, she has been blessed by the goddess Nyx, and she has like more power and more strength than a normal fledgling has. She's more advanced as a fledgling. And so there's just stuff that goes on. Anywho, it's political, it's magical, it's urban fantasy vampire book. 10 times better than Twilight, I can tell you that right now. So if you wanted something that has to do with vampires and has a really good plot, has mystery, everything that goes on, this book would be, or these books in the House of Night series is really, really good. Thanks to all the friends who recommended them because it's good. I had to have a romance book, okay? Now, some people may not think this is romance, But to me, it is, okay? So it's called Ruin and Rule. It's by Pepper Winters. It's the first book in a duology, I think, but the Goodreads gave it a really good rating as far as romance goes. And it's hot and steamy. It has the bad boy with the good girl, and I just know it's going to be good. I did a preview of it. I read the preview on Goodreads, and it just sounded so good. I thought some good, hot, steamy romance book would just be fantastic. All I know is that it's the guy, the girl, they meet, they have issues, and they fall in love. I'm sure it's a lot better than just what I talked about, though. Yeah. Okay, and then I wanted to talk about Vicious. I hope to read this one, too, this in the month of April. This is by V.E. Schwab. She is supposed to be a great writer. I read the preview of it. It is just, the synopsis is just fantastic. These two guys in college, they meet. They do the science experiment that creates superpowers in human beings, and so, you know, it just sounds so good. I heard that this was really different because we actually get like the ideas and the thought processes of the bad guy or the bad guys, and we get to kind of, you know, realize what they're doing and what they're thinking and what type of issues that they have. So I'm really looking forward to kind of reading, you know, the other person, because you always read about the good person. At least I do. But I can't wait to read this one. And the last book that I would like to read in the month of April is called The Wise Man's Fears, and this is by Patrick Rothfuss. Now, this is the second book in the Kingkiller Chronicles, and the first one, Name of the Wind, was so good. 5 out of 5 stars from me. It took me like 4 days to read it, and it's almost 1,000 pages, that Name of the Wind was. This is the same way. Pretty darn thick. I think the last page might say 999, or at least close. Yeah. So in the month of April, this is day 2 of this. His name is Kolth, getting his life chronicled, and it's kind of set in like it's definitely a fantasy world that Patrick Rothfuss has built. High fantasy. There's magic. There's magical creatures. There's good versus evil. It's just really, really good. But I heard that this one is not as good as Name of the Wind, but I'm going to find that out. I have a feeling that I'll like it just as much because I love fantasy books. And when you do magic and, you know, all that stuff and combine it, there's political intrigue in it too. Beautiful world building, very descriptive. I just can't wait to read it. But the question is, can I read 999 pages in a month with other books? The challenge is on. I'm going to take that. So there you have it. That is 6 books that I want to read in the month of April. Comment below if you've read them, liked them, hated them. I'd love your opinions on that. And then like this video and share it if you think that there's somebody else there who would be interested in reading some of the books that I read too. Have a great day, happy spring, and happy reading.